Hi guys, I'm back. I know I'm going on a while, but I'm back with my series. I still have ways to go. So we're here right now with Money in the Bank 2011. Admittedly, it's not going to be as good as the real Money in the Bank. I've accepted that, but in the long run, I think I've got a better calendar year than what we're going to line up with the WWE or Real World WWE, whatever. So we're opening the show. Dibiase Jr. beats Tyson Kidd, Sheamus, Wade Barrett, Yoshi Tatsu, and Daniel Bryan in the SmackDown Money in the Bank ladder match. Gabriel came into the match and took out Wade Barrett with a 450 splash off of a ladder during the match. Probably pretty boss. Pretty much right after the match, Cody Rhodes runs up the ladder while Dibiase is still on the ladder, takes him out with the crossroads. He gets stretchered out, makes Dibiase disappear for a while, so there's only one Money in the Bank guy, which is kind of interesting. And next up, we cool things down a little with Kharma, who is at this point 15-0, going over Layla to retain her singles match, retain her WWE Divas Championship. And this would be another squash. Kharma squashes just about everybody, regardless of anything. Next up, on the Raw Money in the Bank match, Drew McIntyre beats Alberto Del Rio, Mason Ryan, Dolph Ziggler, Jack Swagger, and John Morrison. I like McIntyre, and I think he'd function better as a face, just like what do you call him? Or yeah, just like Sheamus has done. Not that Sheamus was bad as a heel, but he's been really comfortable as a face, so I figured just roll with that. And McIntyre would be my Raw Money in the Bank guy. He'd get a title shot at some point, not saying when, ruins the surprise. Then, and next up, the WWE Championship, Miz with Zack Ryder defeats the Big Show. At one point, Ryder distracts the Big Show, so Miz can beat him with a roll-up. And Ryder takes a knockout punch, does not get thanked for it. This is important. Next up, we have the Tag Team title match. I know, the Tag Team title is so close to the top of the show. What madness is this? The Underdogs, that's Kurt Hawkins and Trent Beretta, in case you've forgotten, beat The Truth, that's Ron Killings and Jayson Paul. That's JTG's real name, Jayson Paul. By disqualification. And maybe that wasn't the way to go, but this will have a reason for it. And in the main event of the night, sorry I'm coming down with a bit of a cold, but in the main event, Christian beats Randy Orton 2 falls to 1 in a 2 out of 3 falls match for the World Heavyweight title. So this is now 1, 2, 3, at least 4? Yeah, at least 4 pay-per-views in a row where Christian has retained the title in the main event. Not that bad, if I do say so myself, as far as pushes go. Next up, in the build to SummerSlam, Evan Bourne beats Zack Ryder to win the United States Heavyweight Championship. Miz loses his shit on Ryder, and this whole time it's been the same as the pattern with kind of Raven and Stevie Richards. Ryder helps Miz out, Miz talks shit to him. Ryder screws up, Miz talks shit to him. And this is the point where Ryder snaps, beats up the Miz, and gets a title shot for SummerSlam, which is being held at the Nassau Coliseum, I think it's called, in New Jersey. Hooray! Then Ezekiel Jackson wins the #1 contenders match against Sin Cara for the Intercontinental Heavyweight Championship when Chavo Guerrero distracts Sin Cara. Yes, I still have Chavo Guerrero employed at this point, believe it or not. This sets up what will be billed as the final encounter between Sin Cara and Chavo. It will be called the final encounter because if Sin Cara loses, he must unmask, and if Chavo loses, he must retire. And hopefully, by this, or as long as these guys are running a program, Chavo has been teaching Sin Cara English. How do you have a guy on this point in the roster? He doesn't even understand the goddamn language. How do you plan to push him? Why? Oh well. Drew McIntyre is repeatedly jumped by Dolph Ziggler because they were the last two on top of the ladder to reach the briefcase, and Ziggler believes he was the rightful, or he deserved the briefcase more. McIntyre is saved by Jack Swagger, and Tyler Rex, who would have be feuding with Swagger on TV, teams up with Ziggler, making a tag match for SummerSlam. Alberto Del Rio beats Santino Marella, who I'd be kind of pushing, because he does have some measure of wrestling ability. Yeah, but Del Rio would challenge, or Del Rio would beat Santino Marella for it to be the number one contender for Evan Bourne's U.S. title. Thanks to Brodus Clay. Well, no, I'd take that back. Del Rio doesn't need Brodus Clay's help to beat Santino. But he would attack Santino after the match. You know, it would kind of be his big appearance. Like, whoa, Brodus Clay's on Raw. And then Del Rio, Brodus, and Rodriguez would always be beating the crap out of Evan Bourne. Kind of showing the huge obstacle that Evan has to overcome. And then, as far as the women's division, there is only a mystery opponent promised for Kharma for SummerSlam. One that is promised to deliver maximum satisfaction to the WWE. The truth, that's Ron Killings and Jason Paul, get another match for the against the Underdogs for the titles, by petition for it to be a no disqualification match so that the man can't discriminate them just for how they fight. And then Christian gives a title shot to Yoshi Tatsu over on SmackDown. Just because Christian feels that Yoshi is an amazing talent, has not been given enough opportunities for his talent. And they can sell it as the first time, or well, they can sell it as Yoshi almost beat Christian for the ECW title over a year ago, and this, or maybe less than a year ago. And this would be an amazing opportunity for Yoshi Tatsu, and I'd be pushing Tatsu relatively strongly. This would kind of be a middle of the way thing for the SmackDown title thingy. You know, they wouldn't necessarily need a huge build for this show, because all of Christian's other titles have been huge builds, and really most people are buying this show for Miz versus Zack Ryder, which I'm positioning as a huge thing, or which should feel like a huge thing. What else? Oh yeah. I don't know if I've already mentioned this, but I'm going to make sure that I've already mentioned it, so I don't feel like I'm repeating myself. Yeah, he already has. I've already had him call himself that. Yeah, but I guess the only other thing left to mention is that John Cena and Triple H given a match at SummerSlam to settle their differences. So that is SummerSlam. I think I have some time left to keep going, anyway. Alright, so SummerSlam. Let's see if I can breeze through this. Sin Cara beats Chavo Guerrero in the final encounter, 2 out of 3 Falls Count Anywhere match. Just the most Lucia match I can let them have. And, you know, Sin Cara goes over clean with La Mystica, since Chavo can take that move. And Guerrero taps out. He's given a moment for 3 fans to say, nah, hey, goodbye. since not enough people will probably give a shit, even with my attempts to push him harder. Sorry, Chavo. Goodbye. Best of luck in all your future endeavors and all that. What else? Oh, I have this whole thing written down. I don't know what else for. Up next, Drew McIntyre and Drew McIntyre and Jack Swagger go over Dolph Ziggler and Tyler Rex in just a straight-up tag team match. Playa. Rex is the one who takes the fall since he has the least to lose. Everyone else, there's some kind of plan for them. Wade Barrett defeats Ezekiel Jackson for the Quintessence. Wade Barrett defeats Ezekiel Jackson in a singles match for the Intercontinental title. After the match, Barrett gives Jackson a wasteland on steel steps and puts him through the barricades so Jackson can go do movies. The Underdogs beat The Truth in a no disqualification match for the WWE Tag Team Championships. They bump, they fly around, some shit goes down. Lots of spots, lots of garbage spots. A crazy fight for everybody to enjoy. Next up, Evan Bourne is able to defend his United States title against Alberto Del Rio. I know, Evan Bourne winning a match on pay-per-view? What madness is this? Evan Bourne being on the second biggest pay-per-view of the year. What is this? And then right after the match, boom, out of nowhere, Mason Ryan just beats the shit out of him. Just tossing him around like a ragdoll. And, you know, and there's Evan's next match for Night of Champions. Next up, John Cena and Triple H. John Cena and Triple H go into John Cena and Triple H having a mid-card match? What is this? John Cena and Triple H go to a no contest. There's a double pin. I know. It's going somewhere. Trust me. Christian beats Yoshi Tatsu in what I would imagine to be an amazing match for the World Heavyweight title. There's a hug, because they're still buddies. Second to last match of the night, Kharma, at this point 20-0, defeats her mystery opponent, who turns out to be Trish Stratus, for the Diva's Championship. Not as much of a squash that all of their other matches have been, but she still runs over Trish. And finally, the match you've all been waiting for. The Miz. Zack Ryder, WWE Championship, Newark, New Jersey. Miz goes over. There's a ref bump. There's a ref bump. There's a chance where it looks like Ryder's going to go over. And all of a sudden, Seth Rollins and Caval return, and they beat the piss out of Zack Ryder, allowing Miz to get the cover. And they will be called the Alliance of Awesome. They beat the tar out of Ryder some more, kick him, super kick him, toss him around, and then they throw him off the stage. Big explosion. It'd be a pretty serious bump, and explaining why we hold off to build up their second encounter for a pay-per-view or two more. Well, those are two pay-per-views in a row. I flew through that one. So yeah, next time I'll have the build to Night of Champions, actual Night of Champions, and maybe, just maybe, we'll get to bragging rights. Yeah, when yeah, my structure's a little different than the regular WWE's. There's bragging rights after Night of Champions. There's no Hell in a Cell anymore. There might be Hell in a Cell matches, but there will not be a Hell in a Cell pay-per-view. That's always felt dumb to me. Either way, see y'all next time. This is SSV Cloud.